Today, I wanted to talk about a very important question that impacts and probably even shapes every aspect of your life. Are you or are you not good enough? When we're not clear on the answer to this question, we can experience confusion, self doubt, and even despair. Hello, my friends. My name is Diana Vehuni, and I'm a holistic and spiritual life coach. I know this very well because I struggled really badly with it at the beginning of my journey. I've learned a lot since then, both from my own experiences and from working with clients. So today I wanted to share my understanding of what it truly means to be enough, which helped me transform this limiting belief for good. So you can do the same and reclaim your worth once and for all. One thing I found to be extremely helpful is understanding where this belief originated. This makes it very clear why it's not true. But to do that, we have to look back, way back to our earliest experiences. You see, as children, we relied completely on our caregivers. They were our everything. They provided us with a home, protection, food, comfort. They were, in a sense, our gods. We didn't understand this intellectually, of course, but we felt it every time they couldn't provide us with what we needed, whether it was emotional support, validation, or even basic presence. We didn't have the ability to say, oh, it's okay. Mom and dad are just stressed. They're doing the best they can. We can say that now as adults when we reflect back on our childhood. But as a 1 year old, a 2 year old, 5 year old, we couldn't do that. Instead, we came to the safest conclusion that something must be wrong with me. I'm not good enough or not worthy of their time and attention. So, why did we do this? Because as children, the thought that our caregivers were unwilling or, worse yet, incompetent was too terrifying. We depended on them for survival. And so we made a safer, although incorrect conclusion. If I were better, they would love me more. If I were good enough, they would spend more time with me. This must be my fault. We might also have developed a belief that somehow, someday, we could become good enough and worthy of their love and approval. Because we couldn't recognize this as a belief, we accepted it as a fact about ourselves and our worth. And as we grew, we began to see everything in our life through the lens of this belief, collecting evidence that seemed to confirm it. So every rejection, every failure, every comparison reinforced the belief I'm not good enough. Therefore, I'm unworthy of good things or a better life or more love or more money or happiness, etc. Fast forward a few decades and we stumble across a book, a video, or a mentor who tells us, you are enough. You are inherently worthy. It feels so good. It feels like the truth we've been yearning to hear for so long. But then, almost immediately, doubt creeps in. If I'm good enough, why don't I have the life I want? Why don't I have the money, the love, or the happiness that others seem to enjoy? We begin to wonder, am I good enough or am I not? This is where the confusion arises. But it's also where we have the opportunity to learn that there are two truths about being good enough. One truth is that our worth is unconditional. We're worthy just because we exist, period. This is not up for debate. Our worth has nothing to do with how much money we make, how attractive we are, or how much we achieved. As human beings, we are born worthy. This truth is not dependent on external circumstances, whether we receive validation or not. Nothing can take it away. The truth number two says that value is contextual and subjective. While our worth is given, the value we bring to specific situations depends on what we cultivate within ourselves. For example, if we desire a fulfilling career, we may need to develop certain skills. So we may say that we're not good enough at something just yet. If we want meaningful relationships, we may need to embody the qualities that the kind of partner we want is seeking. Even though we are worthy of love, we may need to develop certain qualities to enjoy the kind of relationship that would be fulfilling for us. We often confuse our intrinsic worth with our contextual value. We think if I'm good enough, then everything I want should just come to me. But the truth is that being worthy doesn't mean we don't have to learn and grow. It means we deserve and are worthy of building and enjoying life we desire. One of the greatest barriers to recognizing our worth is comparison. Social media, advertising, and even well meaning people often present us with unattainable ideals. We look at others and think they have more money, more talent, more beauty. They must be more worthy. But the reality is that societal standards are not objective. They're based on trends, opinions, and ever changing norms. What's considered ideal today might not be even relevant tomorrow, or what is considered valuable in one culture may not be valuable in another culture. So instead of comparing ourselves to others, we can ask ourselves, what is meaningful to me? What kind of life I want to create that will make me happy? Not to show off or brag, but simply to enjoy. Our worth is not diminished by someone else's success. Their journey is theirs, just like our journey is ours. Here's the paradox about worthiness. Knowing we are enough doesn't mean we stop working toward a better self and better life. In fact, it's the opposite. When we recognize and honor our worth, we're free to grow, to create, to achieve, not because something is wrong with us or we need to prove ourselves, but because growth and evolution are natural expressions of life. So, how do we integrate these truths into our lives? You want to make sure that you remind yourself consistently that I am worthy just as I am. This isn't about arrogance, it's about recognizing the sacred truth of your existence. You are a divine human being here to fully express yourself. Ask yourself, what qualities do I need to develop to align with the life I want? Growth isn't about fixing yourself as if you were broken. It's about evolving and fulfilling your potential. Stop looking to others to define your worth. Their opinions, successes, or failures have nothing to do with your inherent value. Let others inspire and motivate you, but not intimidate you. You are enough. You have always been enough. But being enough again doesn't mean life will hand us everything we desire. It means we have what we need to choose, design, and create the life we want. So, my invitation to you is this: know your worth and commit to your growth. Remember that it is in who we are becoming that we find true fulfillment. As always, please share your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Many blessings till then.